Alright, so this month is supposedly Autism Acceptance Awareness Month, whatever you want to call it. And I'm autistic and I'm also male, so I must have to speak out about something that's related to autism. And that is the autism community and why it's failing men. Like, the autism community is mostly like men. Whether you like it or not, I don't care if you say like, oh, there's more female diagnosis coming up. Oh, there's these other genders that are getting diagnosed. No, I don't care. It's not gonna change anything. It's not gonna change statistics. It's not gonna change the qualitative and qualitative of it all. Because most autistics are male. Most neurodivergent people are men. But yet we do not we don't get good things. I'll tell you why, and I'll tell you my experience with the autism community. And here's one big thing that absolutely needs to be fucking called out in the autism community. Let me tell you this. Here's one problem I have. Let's say you're an autistic like me and you're lost in life. You don't fit in the real world. You know the real world hates you. You know the real world rejects you. You know people have contempt for you. Like 99.9% people have contempt for you. You know therapy doesn't work for you. You know all these stuff that people suggest you do, it doesn't even work. No matter how many times you tell them it doesn't work, they just want to deny it. They just want to just no true Scotsman fallacy you. Just make sure like you feel worse than you actually are. So let's say you're that and you just open up about your problems, open up about like how you're lost in life, or you open up about your social skills problems, or you have no friends, or you have nothing. And here's what some autistic dickhead will do. Like, and many of these autistic dickheads are feminists, or they're supposedly Trump supporting tradcons. That's supposedly work out for them because not everyone's the same and not everyone has the same interests. Not everyone has the same opportunities. Even within the autism community, not everyone has the same opportunities. But some of these like guys, like, instead of just having a brotherhood, here's what they'll say. They'll say, oh, I figured it out. I used to feel that way, and then I figured out later. They do this just. I mentioned this in another video, but if you hear an autistic person say that to you, like, that supposedly like they have a full-time job where they figured out in life, or they found out what their talent is, or found out everything it is. If they say that to you, please realize that they are looking down on you and they have contempt for you, just like your bullies do, just like your therapists do. They all have contempt for you. You gotta realize that. And this behavior is too common in the neurodivergent community. They just put other men down. There's no brotherhood. I want there to be a brotherhood, but there's no brotherhood. We're not teamwork making the dream work. That's only for women. That's only happens for women. This is why like autistic men are still lost. This is why even despite all this supposedly advocacy, all these like stupid organizations that are useless, like Autism Speaks, ASAN, they're all fucking useless. Two sides of the same fucking coin. A lot of them just pander too much to women. That's why us autistic men, we can't have good things, we can't have futures, we can't have anything. It's like most of us are just bound to just not make it. Like, and people just criticize us for like still living with our parents. Like, they still have the guts to criticize us, even though it's not our fault. It's not our fault we graduate from college or university or high school not knowing what to do in life. It's not our fault. We get too used to school rest routines. We get too used to the routines where we spend all our time in school just grinding for grades, and we don't want to be bullied because being bullied is a terrible feeling. It's not something you can just stoic your way out of it. Because we do all of this because we just don't feel bad. It's not supposed to like, we're not obviously just trying to people please. We're just trying to not feel bad. We just want to like get through another day without like just not feeling bad about ourselves. Like in school, we want like good grades because we're told good grades equals good futures. So obviously in the midterm we have to get rid of our individuality. We have to like get rid of like what makes us unique, and then in turn, like in the long run, we graduate confused in life. Then these people, these sicko teachers, these sicko therapists, these sicko parents, they tell us to just figure out ourselves after years of telling you that, yeah, think like the teacher so you get good grades. have quote unquote social skills if you want to have friends or you want to like be a so-called good example. Like get rid of what makes you unique. Then you gotta graduate, and then these people have the guts to tell us that we need to figure out ourselves. But most of the time we're just too far gone. We're too far gone to figure out ourselves, and all we have to, and because we're too used to school rest routine, we end up going to college or university, and then these same people just go criticize us for choosing the so-called wrong degrees, even though within the course of a few years the job market changes like rapid. Obviously, as autistics, we don't adapt to change well as neurotypicals. A lot of people have lack empathy for us. It makes me sick. Here's another thing that's wrong with the autism community. Let's say you're a man, you get like false accused of harassment or anything. Here's what other autistic men would do. Even if you're not even if you're innocent, these autistic men would just put other men down. These put this man down and say, "Oh, I'm autistic. I'll never be able to do something like that." Oh, don't use autism as an excuse. You see, that's another problem. But yes, that's just my rant about the autism community and why us autistics can't get good things, and why and just why there has never been a brotherhood to begin with. Even though we have the numbers, we have the numbers in the community, like it's mostly men, yet we let these women take over and run our lives. We let the autism moms take over and run our lives. We let the feminists run over and take our lives. I say I'm not standing for this anymore, and I want other autistic men to do the same.